For regular videos on ancient cultures and forgotten civilizations, please subscribe.
Cruder work is never found under megaliths. Ah yes, proponents of the view that there was an advanced civilization that existed during the Stone Age will sometimes use the argument that cruder work or smaller stones are never found under megaliths, the large stones. The implication is that instead of civilization growing, it fell, that we went from a high point in civilization down to a low point. But think about it for a minute. The claim that cruder work is never found under megaliths suggests that there was never a growth of civilization in the first place. In other words, it seems to argue that building technology started at the top. People woke up one day and suddenly knew how to build with large stones before they ever practiced first with small ones. But then there is the evidence itself. It turns out that the statement simply is not true. Cruder work is found under megaliths. Here's some examples. At Stonehenge, underneath the megaliths, were found evidence of earlier timber structures that preceded the megaliths. This is the case at many of the henges. At Baalbek, underneath the 800-ton trilithon stones are smaller stones, and underneath those are remnants of earlier structures that used smaller stones, and underneath that, the remains of a village with even more inferior building technology. The Western Stone, a megalith of immense size and weighing somewhere between 300 and 500 tons, found in the Western Wall Tunnel in Jerusalem, has underneath it stones of considerably smaller size. The Pyramid of the Sun at Teotihuacan, and the Pyramid of the Moon for that matter, huge, impressive structures, have underneath them the remains of an earlier, cruder, inferior building phase. The Pyramid of the Moon, more than one phase. Same with the Pyramid of Kukulkan at Chichen Itza. Yes, there are places like Pumapunku where the impressive stone walls are built right on the bedrock. But at most archaeological sites, we see a progression of building tech over time, with inferior work often being found underneath superior work. We find the other way around too, with inferior work on top, but the point is, the claim that cruder or smaller work is never found underneath is false.